Hey guys, it's Greg again. I know in the next couple days there's going to be a short Zoom call coming up, so I thought that right now I would show some information on doing some. If you want to do some longs, however you want to do that with or without leverage, the amount of risk you want to take and stuff. But I can show you some ideas because right now um, Bitcoin is making it's in the area that I really like. It's making nice Elliott waves, which it doesn't do all the time. When it was over here in this stuff, it was very confusing to me. But now it's making real nice Elliott waves. However, I will say this for a leverage long, if you're going to do that from here to here, this is a fifth wave leverage long, and they're a highest risk in my opinion out of all the waves to play in when you're going long, because the fifth wave can end all of a sudden and just start going back down right away. But at the same time, it could extend. It could end up being an extended fifth wave and go way past its target. So, but there is a disadvantages and a lot more risk doing longs in here if you want to do it. But I'm on the 45-minute chart right now. I'm going to show you something. So right now, Bitcoin made this nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can even see it. You see how that two wave, I'm going to take that off now so you can see it. You see that nice two wave, the up dump, and then the triangle on the fourth wave. And it's going up for wave 1. And it's probably going to be completed right there. That's typical of a 5 wave to go up like that. So I've already done the analysis right here. If this is going to do a 5 wave sequence with this wave, it's going to retrace. This is the golden pocket, 0.618 on the second wave, which is common. This is a 1.618 on the third wave, which is the most common. It can go to 2.618 and a fourth wave retracement of 0.23, and then a fifth wave of 0.618 of the third wave. So right now, that target on Bitcoin, for me, I'm going to put it in this area. That area right there. It's a big area, but you're looking at 51 to maybe even as high as 53. So let's see, if you want to play this whole thing, but now this is going into a third wave, and these are the best waves. These are the waves. That's why I like second waves, is because you go into third waves. You can ride the whole thing. You just know that if you get in here, you're going to ride that up. It's going to dip. You're going to go back down and then back up. And that fifth wave, it could just go right here. You might, sometimes it's just worth it just getting out at this area instead of going through this right here. So let's see when you're doing your long. So what can happen here? So let's say, what's the reward? 11.75%. What's the risk? Because this is where if you're gonna enter in this second, you can place your stop loss right there. At 44,173, you would enter in this area at 45.7, and your stop loss would be. So what's the risk? 3%. So you got a 3% risk of loss, and then you have a gain of 11% if it hits that target, 14%, and if it extends a little bit, 17%. Okay? So with this, I do Elliott waves, because once it starts to sequence, that's why I like second waves when I go in, because now I know here's the first wave, it's going to start this sequence, and it's going to complete this sequence. It's going to complete it. Just might not complete it exactly, because these are just estimates or common areas. So this second wave can come all the way down here and it'd still be okay. The same thing can happen with the fourth wave. So I have them set up on normal places where Bitcoin would stop based on fib levels, but these things will change. You know, the fourth wave might look like this, or it might be way over here like that. You know, just stuff happens. But the fourth wave can come all the way down, almost touch that first wave. So you just would be aware of that. So we have this here. So now I want to go to this trade. It looks like it's going to peak right at about 47,509, right? Somebody said, I think it was logical. Crip Dave said on the in the chat he wanted to do 47.7. So he wanted this, yeah, he'd be shorting the ABC wave. Okay. So what I'm going to be looking for is you want to be looking for some type of move like this. Okay. It's going to look like that. Now, you got to remember, too, these things can be, it can go like this, too, you know, into like an expanded flat where it might come up. So you got to be aware of that, too. So, you know, sometimes, like when I was first doing it, you know, you see this and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the third wave, and then boom. So it can do like that expanded flat type move, which is very common in crypto. You want to be aware of that. You know, on a second wave, pretty much you want to start looking for that 0.618. On the fib like this. Just take your fib extension and or retracement, excuse me. Take your fib retracement and put it at the top where it hit like that, and then you want to be looking for there. 0.786 is a deep correction. This is common, so it can be anywhere in here. So I'd be looking for entry, you know, in this area, preferably. It might only come to there too. Something like that. Okay, so you know you can start entering in right here. Hits 0.618. It keeps going back. If you want more risk, you can enter in a little bit more. If you want on the way down to ride that up, you know, just a little bit. Rule of the thumb is generally 1% of your whole portfolio. So if you have a portfolio of $10,000, you would use no more than $100, and you could lever that up, that $100 up. Okay, that's a general rule of the thumb. So enter in here. Stop loss. Let's say we get lucky and we get 45 flat, 45K flat, right there. Here's your stop loss at 44,155. So how much of a loss would that be? 45 flat. We get stopped out. Look at that, 1.86%. If we got lucky, that's a trade. That's what I try to do. I try to get them tight like that. It's very difficult. It never works that way. But then the upside, you know, is way. What am I doing here? Let me get rid of that. Hold on. Potential upside, 45 flat. Look at that, almost 13% from there to there. So I don't like shorting these right here. These can be pretty good too, especially if you get on the C wave where it does that expanded flat. Those are pretty good, but that's just kind of, to me, it's kind of lucky. The B wave might go up here like that, and then you can ride that C wave down. Okay, but that's more difficult to do. All right, so get to ride that up. So that's how you do it. There's your stop loss right there. If you get stopped out, hey, you lose 1.8% and some transaction fees with a potential upside of 12% and maybe even 17 or more percent on a move like this. And then here's what's even better is once you get up here and BTC's done, you do the same thing in reverse. So let's say now BTC is going to reverse. Now we're going to go short. Right? It's going to start going down like this. It could be in a massive A, B, C, and if it's an A, it'll be a 5 wave down. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And you do everything like that in reverse. I don't want to go too much into it, but your stop loss is right here. You try to enter in this area, just that way in reverse, and you ride that wave down. Okay? All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. Peace.